Chapter 12. The Other Side of the Fence. Brooklyn, New York. Nathan's apartment. Emily Morgan had spent most of her life behind fences, some made of steel and some of secrets. Now she stood barefoot in a cracked tiled kitchen in Brooklyn, holding a chipped coffee mug, her golden hair pulled into a messy bun. Nathan humming off key to a Motown classic as he fried eggs in a dented pan. The air smelled like freedom, pepper, and old hardwood floors. It was quiet. Not silent, but a kind of noise that felt human. Sirens in the distance, neighbors shouting through thin walls, a dog barking, someone's music thumping from downstairs. And unlike the pristine silence of the East Wing, it didn't feel like a performance. This was the real world. Raw, chaotic, beautiful. She was no longer Emily Morgan, first daughter of the United States. That name belonged to someone else, a ghost in designer dresses with practiced smiles and diplomatic body language. The woman who stood now in Nathan's hoodie, laughing over burnt toast, was simply Emily Morgan. And for once, that was enough. The first few weeks had been harder than she imagined. No security, no drivers, no assistants. Just the two of them, sharing a mattress on the floor of a one-bedroom apartment that always smelled faintly of curry from the restaurant below. Nathan had done his best to make space, cleared a shelf for her books, emptied half the closet. They had no couch, but plenty of cushions. No Wi-Fi, but endless conversations. At first, every sound outside made her flinch. Every knock at the door made her wonder if Secret Service had come to drag her back. But they never came. Her father had accepted her resignation from the family's legacy with a grim nod and a clipped goodbye. Her mother had cried quietly into the receiver. But she had chosen this life, and every morning she woke up to Nathan's warm breath on her neck and the weight of his arm around her waist. She knew she had chosen right. Nathan was different, too. No longer the man she'd met beneath the rose garden, hiding behind sarcasm and shadows. He had opened up slowly like one of the street orchids he'd sometimes buy for her, fragile-looking yet stubborn in its bloom. He wrote poetry on napkins, sang to her in the shower, started volunteering at a soup kitchen down the block. People had begun to notice him, not as that homeless guy, but as Nathaniel Walker, the man with a story and a future. They made routines, tiny, sacred ones. Thursdays were for rooftop dinners under fairy lights. Sundays were for street fairs and secondhand bookstores. Every night they danced barefoot in the kitchen to Nina Simone, pretending the cracked linoleum was a grand ballroom. It wasn't perfect. They fought. About space, about expectations, about how hard it was to explain their relationship to others. Emily's past was a spotlight that still flickered, sometimes unwanted, on her present. But love, they had learned, wasn't about perfection. It was about showing up day after day with grace, even when the dishes were unwashed and the world felt heavy. One afternoon, Emily sat at the window of a little cafe near the subway. Nathan had gone to his shift at the kitchen, and she had a few hours alone. A girl, maybe 16, walked past the window and did a double take. Then another. She pressed her face to the glass, eyes widening. "You're her," she mouthed. "You're the president's daughter." Emily offered a small, tired smile and shook her head. "Not anymore," she mouthed back. The girl blinked, confused, before she moved on. Emily turned back to her journal. She was working on a memoir. Not about the White House. Not about secrets or scandals, but about choices. About how sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is step away from power. One stormy night, as rain pounded the rooftop like applause, Nathan pulled her into his arms. "I don't deserve you," he whispered. Emily tilted her head. "No," she said, brushing her fingers through his curls. "You don't. But neither do I deserve you. That's the point, isn't it? We're not owed each other. We choose each other." He kissed her then, slow, reverent, like she was holy and real at once. And in that moment, with the city howling outside, Emily Morgan knew she had found something stronger than title. richer than legacy. She had found home. End of chapter 12.
If this video sparked your interest, taught you something new, or simply made your day better, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you never want to miss out on content like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Your support helps us grow and keeps the content coming.